Good evening, this is VOS TV and you're welcome to our weekend magazine, a compilation of our major stories for the week. I am Victoria Okpebholo. On the front page of our magazine, Port Harcourt refinery begins operation. Former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello appears in court. Reaction trade Governor Okpebholo's suspension of free buses service in Edo State. Now the news in detail. After suffering several months of postponement, Port Harcourt refinery finally started operation on Tuesday. The facility was rehabilitated by Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL). Our correspondent Benahi Onofe completes the report.
After several postponements, the Port Harcourt refinery has finally commenced full production. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited confirmed this to newsmen on Tuesday. NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Shoneye said the loading of trucks will start today. It was learned that the refinery will start with 60,000 barrels capacity per day, releasing premium motor spirit, diesel, and others into the Nigerian market. The Port Harcourt refinery will be the second petrol-producing refinery after the Dangote refinery commenced PMS production in September. It is one of the three owned by the federal government and managed by the NNPC. Nigerians have been hopeful that the cost of fuel could crash if the country refines its crude and ends the import of refined products. The refinery, situated in Nigeria's oil-rich Niger Delta region, has been in operation since 1965, but later became moribund for several years.
The immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, during the week was arraigned before a high court in Abuja over money laundering amounting to 110 billion naira. Jude Aweke takes the story from here.
The immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, arrives here at the FCT Federal High Court, sitting in Maitama, Abuja. Yahaya Bello, alongside two other defendants, Umar Orisha and Abdusalami Hudu, is docked before the trial judge, Justice Mariam Anene, on a 16th-count charge bordering on money laundering amounting to 110 billion naira, which was preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). The former governor pleaded not guilty. The EFCC alleged that the former governor misused state funds to acquire properties including number 35 Dunebe Street, Maitama District, Abuja, at a cost of 950 million naira, and also number 2 Justice Shukudufu Oputa Street, Asokoro, Abuja, amounting to 920 million naira. Other properties the defendants allegedly acquired with funds stolen from the Kogi State Treasury included Block D, Mazini Street, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja, at a cost of 170 million naira. Hotel apartment community, Burj Khalifa, Dubai, 5,698,888 dirhams. Block 18, Welo Street, Wuse, Zone 4, Abuja, 60 million naira. And number 9, Begazi Street, Wuse, Zone 4, Abuja, 310.4 million naira. The defendants were accused of transferring $570,330 and $556,265 to TD Bank USA and possessing unlawfully obtained properties including 677.8 million naira. Yahaya Bello's whereabouts had been unknown until Tuesday when he surrendered himself after a protracted hide-and-seek game between him and the anti-graft agency, the EFCC.
Yes, he was arrested today around 12:54 p.m. and together with 3 of his lawyers. He's having a session with our investigators and he's in our custody. I am telling you that we arrested him.
In the meantime, the sudden suspension of free transportation system in Edo State by the state government few hours after it ordered the free bus services has started generating mixed feelings from members of the public. Our correspondent who went to town to monitor the situation reports that the buses were out of operation As of press time, here is the report.
For example, if I don't have money to work, I will enter free transportation. I love it.
Following a new development in Edo State, the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has ordered the suspension of the free masses bus until further notice.
Reactions have started trailing the recent suspension of free bus service by Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo. The sudden suspension has sparked reactions from commuters who use the services daily. When our news crew visited the ECT bus park at Ring Road, it was devoid of the regular beehive of activities, an indication that the suspension was enforced. Though the staff declined to speak with our news crew, a source close to the authority at the park who pleaded anonymity confirmed the suspension. Reacting to the development, a cross-section of the residents expressed frustration over the abrupt change. Others believe that Governor Okpebholo is making necessary adjustments to ensure the effectiveness of his administration.
We are in the festive period, and a lot of people are trying to make ends meet because of the situation of the country. How I wish they would have extended it to January, maybe after January, then February, they can stop the system. But that is their own system. And that's new government.
Government study free bus. For me, it's very good. For me,
it came when we least expected it. During the election, we saw Okpebholo free bus alongside with the state government. So we're expecting that at least for the U-tide, we will still enjoy it. Maybe by next year, we now begin to prepare to be paying something for it. The free bus it came in very handy and it was very helpful. And we've been praying for those behind it. Let the government do something. The new governor, Okpebholo,
this sentiment reflects a mix of apprehension and cautious optimism among the public. This development is a pointer to the ongoing challenges and the need for clear communication as the state navigates these changes in its public transportation system. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo has expressed displeasure with his predecessor Godwin Obaseki over the deplorable state of some schools in Benin City, the Edo State capital, despite his acclaimed Edo Best initiative. The governor expressed his dissatisfaction while inspecting some schools in the state capital. Jude Aweke completes the story.
These are the conditions of some of the schools in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Students and pupils learn in a shambles environment. Decayed structures are evident, thereby exposing them to risk in eventuality of a building collapse.
You can see now our building, we don't have classroom, the board everywhere. So we want it to build our school for us. If you did for this for us, we'll be very, very grateful.
You are a teacher, no?
Yes, I'm a teacher.
Governor Monday Okpebholo, alongside Paddy Iyamu, the state chairman of SUBEB, and others, is on a special visit to some of the schools in Oedo, the city center.
Look at this situation of this school. There are children here. This is Edo Best.
Governor Okpebholo wondered why this would be the state of the glorified Edo Best of his predecessor, former Governor Godwin Obaseki.
You can see the sorry situation of Edo Best and our Edo schools. So we are here. We have to bring back the hope. We will first of all friend this school because people are encroaching into the school. Then we are rebuilding the school, making sure that it will be habitable for our children to learn. Children are ready to learn. They are happy. They want to learn, but there is no conducive atmosphere for them to learn. We are here. We are bringing the hope back and we will rebuild this school. Then we will employ security guard for this school. We want to make this place a modern school. That is going to be Edo Best.
He gives a marching order to the state SUBEB chairman to, with immediate effect, right the wrongs to align with his vision of a new Edo is rising.
By Friday next week, I want to come here again to see that work is going on. In the next few days, you will see transformation in this school. And let me also let you know that we are going to correct the wrongs. Our job is to make sure that Edo people are happy and our children are educated.
I paired them, the primary 1 and 2 in one class, then primary 3 and 4 in one class, then primary 6, 1, Primary 5, 1.
Primary 1 and 2 do not have the same syllabus. So how do you teach them in one class?
So what they do, when the teacher want to teach for primary 1, he will carry the TC and teach primary 1. Then they share the board.
So what would the students be doing while they are teaching primary 1? The primary 2 students.
The other class will hold on because they are using one board.
Do they have this?
No.
So how can they master it?
Okay.
So you can see the sorry situation of Edo Best and our Edo schools.
Immediately the governor inaugurated us, he gave a marching order that every Edo child must matter, and every child in any school in Edo State must have the basic infrastructure and the overall well-being of their learning process. So immediately we came here yesterday, and what we met on ground was quite appalling. This is the only government school in this community. And sadly, the Coral City, they said their building is just close to this place. But no infrastructure, no learning materials. The classrooms are not habitable. So that's why we came here, and His Excellency immediately said he was going to come here this morning, and work has to begin so that every Edo child can have access to quality education.
The residents are thankful to the governor, popularly known as Okpebholo Rescue, for coming to their rescue.
We are happy that the governor came today to see how bad the school is, because this is a primary school I attended. It's 7 days use a primary school. Thank God that he's here today, and we pray that they should spring into action so that the school can come alive again.
If you look that roof now, we don't know the people where they come. They move on. So the school, even though many parents, they don't carry their children come up for the school. So as we come today now, all of us, you know, as with the chances, we the happy say you want to call the parent for us.
Governor Okpebholo has assured that the narrative of deplorable structures in schools in Edo State will be changed in the coming days. Jude Awike, reporting for VOS TV News, Benin.
People's Democratic Party in Edo State during the week condemned the invasion of its state secretariat in Benin City by suspected thugs. Our correspondent, Esosa Omorigwe, takes the story from here.
A visit to the state secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, situated on Airport Road, Benin City, revealed a handful of security personnel stationed within the premises to foster further breakdown of laws.
It was an issue of some vandals coming in here.
Speaking on the developments, the State Publicity Secretary, Chris Neihahe, says that the party is saddened by the ugly incident and it is awaiting the outcome of the police investigation.
Well, I think it was an issue of some vandals coming in here, destroying property of the party, especially the billboards and banners, going into the offices, destroying the furniture, and catching away with some electronic equipment, computers and other electronic equipment in the offices and vandalizing it. And the case has been reported to the police, and I think the police are investigating the matter right now.
Neihahe expressed optimism that the police will bring the perpetrators to book.
Well, the eyewitnesses said they were led by a certain man called Kapwepwe. I think they described him as the younger brother to Tony Kabaka. So that's what they described who led them here as. I was not an eyewitness, but from the report we are having and information we have, I think that's a fair and accurate description of who led them here.
Armed thugs had on Tuesday last week invaded the Edo State Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party and unleashed terror. Esosa Omorigwe reporting for VOS TV.
The recent move by the Edo State Governor, Monday Okpebholo, to tackle court-related activities in the state has attracted wide commendation from the residents. Our correspondent, Blessing Peters, sought the views of the residents, reports that they were happy.
The rise in the spate of court-related killings in Edo State has been worrisome, with scores of young minds paying with their lives. The menace, which is heightening fear, underscores Governor Okpebholo's directive to security agencies in the state to, with immediate effect, put an end to it and chase out cultists disturbing the peace and tranquility of the state. In an interview, some residents in Benin City attest that the bloodbath is gradually reducing aftermath of the governor's directive to security agencies.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, in the last 5 or so days, I've not heard of any killing at all. Since ever since the governor, I don't know what he did, by calling them to order. I haven't heard that anyone has been killed.
Last week now, no killing, nothing. Now, governor, now I see advise all those people.
One would not really say that it has fully subsided. We are trusting God that what the governor said should be effective by the people.
And they are still doing it, but not like that.
Others who lamented the tide of court clash in the state say despite the governor's directive, there are still pockets of court-related killings in some parts of the state.
Some are still doing hidden case. In a case like a location like Upper Sapomba, I heard of 2 persons that was being killed at Upper Sapomba. And the killing of a Pina is so rampant and at the same time it's unpleasant.
They have the power to stop it. They know what is going on. They understand what is going on. And that's why they cannot stop it. And that's why the killing, even yesterday, they were still killing at Sapler Road.
They enjoin youths to shun courtesan and engage themselves in meaningful ventures.
Engage themselves in meaningful engagement. That is, do something that will occupy the days of job, business, or schooling. I want to ask them to look for something better, because the future is bright. Why destroy your today when your tomorrow is waiting for you?
To think that they are the leaders of tomorrow and no one should destroy their destinies for them.
It is the expectation of the people that security agencies will redouble on efforts to completely nip courtesan in the state, which they say is portraying the state in a bad light. Blessing Peter, reporting for VOS TV News, Benin.
That is the size of our news package. But before we go, another look at our top stories. Port Harcourt Refinery has begun operation. Former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, arraigned before the court. Edo State residents have reacted to the suspension of free bus transportation system in the state. On behalf of the production crew, led by Austin Ayeni, I am Victoria Okpebholo. Thanks for watching.